Now let's go ahead and get started because this finale is definitely action-packed and it's gonna give you just a lot of good information. If you enjoyed this video at any moment, please do me a huge favor, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to go ahead and check out my daily content of PUBG Mobile, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, The 7 Worlds Gaming. Now let's get into it. And right off the bat, we're gonna go ahead and start with map awareness because during this finale, when there is about 20 people alive and the circle is getting smaller and smaller, you want to make sure you know exactly where the next circle is going to go ahead and be. And you also want to be aware when the circle is going to be moving towards end for you. Now, as you saw me there looking at the map, I was kind of making a route. Luckily, I do have a car because I am outside the zone. And as you can tell, the circle is currently moving into me. Now, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm not going to go straight to a building. I'm actually going to go ahead and just drive around a little bit and just try to figure out, get a sense of where everybody is going to go ahead and be, because there is a lot of buildings here, a lot of hiding spots. Usually buildings mean hiding spots. Now, I am a little bit adventurous, so more than likely you're going to go ahead and see me do some crazy stuff like this, which I highly don't suggest because that might end up getting you killed. Nonetheless, I still have a lot of fun playing the game, whether it is for wins, kills, or whatever it is. But this right now, this is the How to Win series. So let's go ahead and clutch this win. Now right here, you see me moving straight forwards just to a bunch of buildings. And what I decide to go ahead and do is I usually go ahead and do a lap around the buildings. Just because more than likely, if there is anybody nearby, they are going to go ahead and shoot at the car, which is great for me because it allows me to see where they're at. Nobody shot at me, so I decided to go ahead and park my car here and scope the area out. Now, when approaching a building at this stage of the game, you definitely want to have your automatic weapon out because more than likely, there's a high chance you might encounter somebody in those buildings. So definitely, anytime you go into a building, and you're going to see me doing a lot of this throughout this video, is make sure you clear all of the areas. Make sure you check above, bottom, floors, everything, even the restroom, because somebody might be just sitting on the toilet waiting for that right opportunity to strike. And no, I am not talking about number 2. But as you can see, we were able to clear the building, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is put myself in a position where it will be very hard for somebody to go ahead and shoot at me. And as you can see right here, this is a great position by the stairs. If anybody decides to come up the stairs, I should be able to hear them. So I'm all covered in those aspects. And as you can see here side by side, I am covered by walls. Now, I try to make sure my head is not sticking out for too long. Luckily, that guy drives past and I'm able to spot that he has no idea that I'm nearby, and that is also because I am crouching and I'm making sure I'm moving at all times. At this stage and throughout this whole game, you would know that I don't like staying still for that long. Maybe sometimes I do stay still a little bit too long when looting, but that is definitely something that I'm working on. So please make sure you're definitely moving at all times. And as you can see right here, I'm still scoping the area out even as the zone moved in. I switched to my accurate weapon and I get very easy headshots right there on that guy. Quick, easy, and done, baby. Move on to the next person and I keep on moving. You gotta keep on moving and keep looking around. That way nobody ends up sneaking up on you. Now, at this moment, I do decide to get in the car because usually what I like to go ahead and do, and you'll notice that I was spending a lot of time there inside that building, is I like to wait for the next zone to hit. That way I know 100% where I need to go. And if you are doing the strategy that I'm using here, which is I'm using the car just to get to certain places, make sure if you do hear shots, calm down, relax, use those shots to your advantage because those are people giving their precision away. Yes, you are giving your precision away with the car, but at least you are able to move a lot faster than them, and you are able to also reposition yourself. So just go ahead and keep that in mind. And as you can see right here, I go back to my strategy that I was telling you about in the previous video, and that is just go to a high point, scout the area, and if you can, move on to the next one. You hearing shots over there outside the zone? If you hear shots outside the zone, do not worry about them. That's something that I'm super guilty about. I usually like to go after people, but if you're trying to get that win, try not to worry about it. And as soon as I parked my car, I was able to hear somebody upstairs. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do here is no, I am not gonna crouch, and this is just my gaming style. Please remember that with all the information that I'm giving you, just go ahead and use your own gaming style. I am approaching the building very slow, and I am gonna go ahead and clear everything in third person. Once first person comes out, more than than likely I will be doing a how to win series on first person. So if you want to go ahead and see that, make sure you let us know in the comments below, because I do read the comments and I know PUBG Mobile also reads the comments. Now, as you can see, I cleared the second floor. I also cleared the first floor. So the only place that is going to go ahead and be is more than likely going to go ahead and be on the third floor, which is the roof of this building. If you go into a building, try to know the layout of it, and if it's possible, try to make sure you go into a building that you are comfortable with and not something that you might be surprised. Now, right here, I do decide to crouch a little bit just to give him a sense that I have left, or maybe I am just waiting in a different floor. That way he's not able to hear my footsteps. Right now, it's just a patience game. I run out of patience, so I decide to start hunting, and little do you know, it is right there at the top of the building. Nonetheless, I'm able to use the third person to my advantage, and I'm able to secure that kill, and I'm actually able to secure a little bit more loot, because at the moment I was running without my two favorite attachments, and luckily this guy had both of them, and that is the 8x scope and also the AR suppressor, just to make me more of a ninja. Now, as you can hear, I'm able to loot. I don't see anybody over there in the distance right in front of me, and I know that if anybody does try to come from my right hand side, I will be able to hear him, so I'm able to loot very comfortably and very easy here on this kill. Now that I was able to get two of my favorite attachments, I'm actually getting a little bit more cocky and confident, so I decide to start looking for kills. And as you can see right there, I spot that guy running. I make sure I don't shoot right away, because I gotta make sure nobody is behind me and nobody's gonna kill me while trying to get this kill. And luckily, this guy just decides to stay still once again, and right there, baby, 3 easy shots on a level 3 helmet, and that's all she wrote. One more kill to the count. Now, I do like going for kills, so you are gonna go ahead and see me being a little bit more aggressive here, just trying to spot people and get as many kills as I can. You don't necessarily have to play that way. You can definitely go ahead and play it safe. For example, if you wanted to play it safe here, instead of doing what I'm doing and exposing myself on top of that roof, you could actually go ahead and just stay on the second floor and just wait for the next zone to move, because in this building, you are currently in the safe zone for the next one, so you would be good. But me, I like going for kills, so that's why you're gonna go ahead and see me take a little bit more risk, just so I can secure more kills, even though this is the How to Win series in PUBG Mobile. Now, what we're doing here, I'm just pretty much waiting for that zone to come in. As you were able to tell throughout this whole video, I'm usually waiting for this zone to come in before I make any movements, just because I don't want to go ahead and go to the wrong zone. If it was at the beginning of the game, or if it was on the middle of the game, I would definitely be doing something different from what you worlds will be able to see on those videos. Once again, if you want to see those videos, they're gonna go ahead and be in the description below. Now, I noticed there is 4 people left. I am currently not in this zone, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, but I am gonna go ahead and ride that zone wave. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and start flanking northeast and go up that mountain. That way I can get a little height advantage here. To my luck, people actually decided to go ahead and start shooting, which is a huge advantage to me, because now I know where one person's at. He was able to kill one of them, so now it's just 2 people I have to worry about. I know where one of them is at, so I think by now flanking the way I was telling you earlier is gonna go ahead and be great, because I am gonna go ahead and hide the advantage. And as you can see, he just shot one more time, so more than likely the other person is gonna go ahead and be past this little hill right here. And as you can see, I'm fully boosting now. I want to make sure if somebody does shoot me, I'm able to gonna be regenerate health right away without me having to stop. So fully boost before you make any movements around this time of the game, because of the way I'm gonna be playing this too, this zone might end up touching me. Now right here, I do make sure I crouch, that way they're not able to hear my footsteps, and by wearing the headphones, I'm also listening out for footsteps to see if anybody's near me. And right here, I get very lucky, because the person right next to me decides to make some noise, and now I know where that person's at, and now I know where the other person might be at. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and let you do is I'm gonna let you just watch this sequence, and then we're gonna go ahead and replay it, and I'm gonna go ahead and break it down for you. Winner, chicken dinner, baby. Let's go. Now let's go ahead and rewind it and break that down to you so you'll know exactly what I was thinking and what I was doing in that little sequence right there. Now I am gonna go ahead and slow it down a bit because a lot of stuff does happen. That full boost definitely helped me out because the zone's right there. I noticed this guy shooting right here. I decide to take him out. As soon as I take him out, I put my aim directly where the shots are coming from, and I know the shots were coming from over there because I was able to see him coming from the map. Now right here, I make sure I don't go up too much. That way, if for some reason I do miss my shots, I can go back a little bit on this hill and he won't have a single shot on me. So right there, everything pretty much ended up working out perfectly how I wanted it to work out. I ended up having the height advantage. I ended up having just pretty much a bunch of kills, and most importantly, I ended up getting that chicken dinner, baby. So let's freaking go. If you enjoyed this series, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And if you definitely want to go ahead and see the other videos, make sure you go ahead and check them out in the description below. Now for our next video, make sure you go ahead and leave a comment. Make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you hit that like button because we will be featuring one of your comments like I showed you at the beginning of this video. As always, it has been the 7 Worlds Gaming, and I'm gonna go ahead and see you in the next one.